Welcome, Solarah here. I hope you guys are doing well and that you've had a restful weekend. I'm here to share my installment for today's Sunrise Salutation, which is available on my Substack. And just a gentle reminder that my Substack is open for the month of June. I'm hosting an open house where there is no paywall, so all of my articles and content, whether it's video, audio, is available to everyone to have a taste. Okay, so avail yourself of those resources that are free for the entire month of June, and this is why I'm over here also sharing a lot of the sunrise salutations that my collective over there get to access on a daily basis. So today's sunrise salutation is number 39, and it's entitled Entering into a State of Overflow by Choosing Paths that Open You to Replenishment and Reciprocity. These next few days leading up to June solstice and the full moon in Capricorn will best be spent in rest and preparation for what is being readied for you. There is a feeling that many of the stagnations and stalls that we have been going through, that stop-start energy, will have the chance to dissipate all the more through this energy window. There are grand opportunities on the horizon for personal growth and new beginnings based upon our ability to put self and our own needs as a priority. Without personal stability and internal peace, we are unable to truly assist one another. Instead, we fall into martyrdom and self-sacrifice, which will always put us in a position to be taken advantage of and to resent this treatment. When we look after ourselves first and make sure that our cup is full and overflowing, we truly have something to give from a place of overflow instead of depletion. Where might you need to look at your energetic output and if it is in line with what your cup is holding? Are you giving from your overflow, or do you feel pressure to give what it is that you don't have or are running low in? Do not guilt or shame yourself for anything you see that still places you under the martyrdom and self-sacrifice templates that you were purposely programmed into for the energy harvesting practices of the false matrix. Instead, have compassion for yourself and see the beauty that resides within your heart and soul. This is oftentimes what others saw, and instead of giving you due credit, would make you feel foolish for your openness and innocence. Don't ever lose that beauty. It is, however, time to temper it in accordance with what will help you to flourish moving forward. In ideal situations, we are able to give freely of our value because we are constantly being replenished by those who truly appreciate our worth and are not simply there to ride the coattails that give them access to what we have to offer. Understand and overstand that the resources that draw people to you the most have little to do with money, status, and the fake emblems we have been taught are admirable in the skewed value system of the false matrix. People are drawn to those who inspire them, motivate them, see them, and help them to push past self-imposed limitations by seeing that another is able to do that too. Many of you have been sitting on some of the most precious life resources that others need in order to simply show up in the world and monetize the ideas they have. Don't ever underestimate the power of your life force, vitality, character, disposition, experiences, and wisdom. These are the very resources that lend people hope, wisdom, drive, and confidence to make the meaningful changes in their lives that can bring forth long-term shifts and an increase in their own sense of value, not to mention their bank accounts. You activate people into the possibility of their greatness, shining light on those areas that they fear to look at, and raising them up out of mindsets and emotions that they may not have had the strength to break out of alone on any given day. Just because many won't let you know this or reflect back to you the fullness of what you are contributing to their lives doesn't mean that you aren't a powerful agent for change. Take the time today to bask in knowing who you are and all that you truly bring to the table. Many of you are completely unaware and oblivious to the riches you have and how you add to other people's lives because you haven't been properly recompensed for your beauty and worth. People have taken from you, built themselves up, and infused their projects and creations by way of exchanges with you, and have never thought to come back and show gratitude or acknowledge the light and power that you helped them to access. Again, don't stop being generous and free-flowing with the gifts you bring on the earth, but do be conscious and aware of those beings and situations that keep leaving you dry and unreplenished in your sharing of your worth. By pulling your resources and redirecting them back to self or others who truly value who you are, you will enter a natural state of overflow where you are able to give even more of your beauty to the earth without feeling stretched, uninspired, or drained. It is time to align with those beings and situations that are true mirrors for your value and worth. It is time to move away from those who are stingy and want to take from you but keep you asleep to your beauty. These behaviors are sometimes unconscious, but they are still the remnants of programming from the false matrix and its narcissistic paradigms. Every single being has the ability to live in overflow when they are properly loved, supported, seen, valued, and cherished. We cannot force anyone to do this for us, but we can start by doing it for ourselves. This not only calls back to us others who respond in likeness, but also sets off a chain effect where those who have been the most used and abused by these systems and their programs can begin to rise again and benefit from the power and value that others have been siphoning off of them. So be aware of where you fall prey to giving of your worth out of guilt or shame. Be aware of how your overgiving is only that when the pool of recipients you have chosen are not in frequential alignment with your beauty and value. Be aware of the sacrificial and martyrdom imprinting that runs deep in those of us who were groomed to be preyed upon by these consumerist structures that were designed to keep us in the red while ceaselessly feeding off of our life force. It is time to bring something into balance that will help you enter into your true state of overflow, putting an end to the stop-start patterns and blocks and stagnancies that are just a reflection of where you are energetically bleeding out because you're not being properly replenished for your output. This is an important lesson for highly empathic people to grasp. In order to properly give to this world, we must also be given to. It begins with the standards we set for ourselves and how we either make our own sense of peace priority or whether we constantly make concessions that may be very noble in nature but ultimately leave us dry and in states of having to recover. It begins with how we cherish ourselves in all ways, looking after our own spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical health as the ultimate priority before pouring into others. We are being offered the medicine, wisdom, and planetary energies to assist in the healing of these behaviors, mindsets, and traditions. We did not come here to live in a world where others flourish off of our pain and depletion, especially when we all have the divine resources to bloom and prosper. Refuse to accept any more narratives and behaviors that rob you of your right to access your full state of overflow. Wishing you a golden and abundant day. For access to all of my articles and installments in full, please make sure to check me out on Substack at dailyalchemy.substack.com. For all of you who choose to become monthly or annual patrons, you will have continual access to these articles as they are published, as well as to the full archive of all my articles, decrees, as well as my works of nonfiction and poetry. Every month, my patrons also get the opportunity to connect with me in a group Q&A via video link. So if you feel that that would be helpful on your healing and ascension journey, please make sure to check me out on dailyalchemy.substack.com. Wishing you guys all a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day.